I wanted to speak today about the third Caritas process. The third Caritas process is about being sensitive to ourselves and others, with the understanding that we have to cultivate sensitivity to ourselves and our own emotional and our intellectual development in order to have sensitivity and compassion for another. If we're hard on ourselves and heavy in judging for ourselves, we're also judgmental toward others. So this is about an ongoing spiritual development for ourselves so that we can actually attend to being sensitive to another human being. This is foundational and core to the Caritas processes and a caring and healing relationship. So caring is about relationship. Sensitivity to our development of our own relationships with self is the starting point. We are all taught to cultivate and to expand our intellect and our thoughts, but rarely are we guided to attend to the development of our emotions. In order to be sensitive to ourselves, we have to attend to what is rising up for ourselves and our emotional body, our emotional heart-centered practice, and not deny our own feelings to ourselves, because what we're feeling is informing us about our own development. Being sensitive to ourselves is also related to exactly what another person needs in a relationship. It's cultivating empathy, unconditional positive regard, and authentic presence with another person as healing in and of itself. Now, in terms of a ritual that we might just experiment with, to implement, to live out this sensitive to ourselves and another as part of our ongoing spiritual development, is to just become attentive and intentional about paying attention to our emotions. Like if we're feeling hurt or sad or anxious, just catch ourselves in that moment. And even in noting the emotion almost helps it to dissolve instantaneously. This goes back to the same practices of the ritual of the number 2 Caritas process, which I talked about attending to what comes up. Where our attention goes, our energy goes, or our energy flows, as the saying goes. So what I encourage for this process as a ritual of practice is, 1, to just catch our emotions and honor them. Breathe them up, release them. Not judge them. Have compassion. Secondly, we can prepare ourselves against other negative emotions. For example, if we're preparing to go into a patient's room, we can envision ourselves just being surrounded by a bubble of light, just being protected with a shield of light. And we can also radiate that light out from our heart center to protect us and allow us to give out that compassion and that sensitivity to the other person without being drained ourselves, because we're already protected from source. So I invite you to pay attention to the third Caritas process and experiment with these little small rituals. Thank you for all the work that you're doing in the world.